As we close in ever closer on that Valentine's Day, love is in the air. I can feel all around me the freezing, frigid air harassing me on my daily commutes. And never has there been a more appropriate time to update a Halloween resource pack. Yes, today I'm releasing an update for the Halloween mashup patch. And everything you see here in front of you is default. So let's go over the default versions of everything that's going to be changed in this update before I show you the changed versions. First off, animated textures are getting some love. If you notice, especially with this flower, it's the most noticeable, all the animations here fade between frames. This flower is just the most noticeable because it is the slowest. Wool textures. Look at these 6 wool textures. They all look identical. This is ridiculous and should be changed. Look at my hotbar and XP bar. There's no pumpkin. Where's the okay, there's like 10 pumpkins in my hunger bar, but that's not enough pumpkins for me. And there's also a pumpkin on my hotbar. But why is the hotbar so semi-transparent? Why is there no pumpkin stem on the experience bar itself? What about these floor blocks? Why do they look so weirdly unsatisfying? Like, look at this magma. Look at how the sides are crudely chopped off on each other, or how the glowstone eyes are not facing the same direction, or how this clearly patterned obsidian is all rotated a different way, or how this sand, the waves don't work because they're all sideways. What about how these doors here can't be seen through? Instead, there's some creepy man looking back at me. What about how these shulker boxes and beds are so muted in color compared to what they could be? Well, if you're a fan of everything that I just mentioned, you're not going to like the patch because it actually changes all of it. So if you cannot tell already, this Halloween mashup patch is much more detail-oriented than the first release. The first release covered the major stuff: fog coloring, cloud coloring. Yes, I unfortunately still cannot fix sky coloring, or else I totally would. But this update, I allowed myself to go a lot more aspects with it. You can almost consider this a third aspect, Halloween aspects. That was a joke. I'm not going to continue to update this pack as frequently as aspects. Please don't hold me to that. But let's look at all those things that were so terribly unsatisfying a few moments ago and how they've changed. For starters, look at that solid hotbar. That hotbar, I could lean on that hotbar. It's not a ghost anymore. Maybe it's less spooky, but it sure is a lot more pumpkin-y, and pumpkin's what we need in our lives. Look at all these animations, especially this dancing flower. It no longer looks like this flower is phasing through several levels of reality at once. Now it just looks like a dancing flower, like how it should. Look at this lava. It's not fading. What a miracle. Look at this grass. This is something I didn't point out explicitly before, but the grass in the Halloween mashup pack on Bedrock is the default grass. It looks terrible. It doesn't match the tall grass at all, but now, with the beautiful Halloween mashup patch, it totally does. All those unsatisfying blocks on the floor before, look at these. The waves and the sand now connect. The obsidian faces the same way. Those eyes are looking very solid. The magma is no longer cut off very jaggedly. The azalea leaves now have a pattern that actually works. Oh, look at the bed palette. The bed palette is so much brighter, just like Console Edition. The brown bed now properly looks like a coffin. Woohoo! The Shulker boxes are about the same, actually. I'm not sure how different they are from default, but I redid them anyway using the Console Edition file colors just to ensure full perfection. These doors, oh, the creepy man is gone, and now I can see right into his home. How about this? The monster with the tentacle is no more. And this spruce door has one more reinforcing brace on it. I feel like that's not as significant as the removal of 2 mysterious entities, but hey, this is how it is on Console Edition. And oh, look at the wools. Such a simple little change too, and I love them so much more. These wools now all have different patterns. Hey, speaking of my favorite thing, pumpkins. Orange wool is now pumpkins. Purple wool is skulls. Yellow is snakes. Ghosts, bats, spiders. Ooh, really gets me in that Valentine's Day mood. And how can I forget the XP bar? Let's check out just how beautiful that thing is. You see that green pumpkin stem in the middle? Yeah, that's what we were missing before. This is now the XP bar from Legacy Console Edition, which is fully pumpkinated. This update has also received a brand spanking new panorama taken at daytime instead of nighttime. So this panorama is intended to look almost exactly like the Legacy Console Edition panorama. I got the render distance about the same. I recreated all the resource pack on Java Edition so that I could get the same sky effect as console. And yes, it's not really an accurate representation of in-game anymore, but it sure is a lot nicer to look at. There's also, if you preferred the nighttime panorama from the past version, boom, now it's spooky nighttime instead of spooky daytime in case you want to not feel left out with your sky color. Since we're here in the settings menu anyway, I might as well show you that the music player has now been updated to work with the latest format. I updated the music player with stop buttons and everything a while ago, and it completely broke the Halloween mashup patch. Now it has been reintegrated so you can stop the songs as well as play them. But there is one other incredibly annoying thing that happens with mashup packs when you want to use your good old Java aspects with it. Because Java aspects doesn't just change textures, it also changes animations, held item positions, like this torch being perfectly perpendicular. It changes how shields look in first person, and how you hold spyglasses, and all sorts of things that you might want to have alongside your mashup patch. Here's the problem though, Java Aspects also introduces a lot of stuff that just isn't compatible, like shields, and all wall icons. Just look at those default walls, they're totally messing with my Halloween immersion on this Valentine's Day week. And look at this stone and deep slate, it doesn't even use the right texture. This is just the vanilla texture for these. What is going on here? Well, the real issue is Java Aspects changes some file paths which are not included in the normal Halloween mashup pack. However, if we were to apply some Halloween mashup patch, which has been mentioned earlier in the video and is now available to download in the description, we will find that everything works perfectly once again. Those walls are no longer ugly. They now use their Halloween spooky textures. That shield icon, beautiful. Those stone and deep slate issues, completely eliminated. Those issues where the experience bar would use the default texture instead of the Halloween one, eradicated. Yes, the Halloween mashup patch adds full compatibility for Java Aspects, and once I update Console Aspects soon, it will also be fully compatible with it, which it makes total sense to use Console Aspects and the Halloween mashup pack together, so this patch will help you enjoy them to their fullest. By the way, there's one other thing that I think is really cool in this update, and yes, I did just put a gigantic deep slate wall right in the middle of my showcase area, so I better hope that video is good. This is Deep Slate, and Deep Slate, when you have Java Aspects applied, now randomly rotates on the side, which creates these amazing spiraling patterns. It's like the wall itself was drawn on by some horrible creature from the deep dark. I honestly love this effect, and Java Aspects plus Halloween mashup plus mashup patch has created something magical here. Just look at this cool pattern. I love it so much. Now, if you really want to use all these packs at once, this is the load order I recommend. Music Plus, Custom Music Container, Java Aspects Fidelity. Those can really be in any order, but then above them you have to put the Halloween mashup and the mashup patch on the very top. Otherwise, Java Aspects will overwrite stuff from the Halloween textures and you'll have even more stuff that doesn't match. So just follow this order. Music Plus, Java Aspects, everything, bottom. Halloween mashup, above them, mashup patch, above the mashup. And with that, this showcase of the Halloween mashup patch is just about over. Let's play some nice spooky tunes from our updated Halloween music player as we close out the video. So for now, I do want to tell you all, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.